welcome back to Keeping Up with Miss Electra, and today I have another Dollar Tree DIY for you guys today. It's a floral, it's a spring floral box that I created, and I wanted to show you guys how I created this because I just fell in love with it. I think you guys are gonna fall in love with it, and it's just so pretty. It's gonna really brighten up your day. It actually brightened up my life. I thought this was really, really cute, and I know you guys would really enjoy this DIY. So today I'm going to show you how I put this together. And guys, how pretty. It does not look like it's from the Dollar Tree, right guys? So it is so pretty and so perfect for spring. And so easy to make, guys. It's really not hard. And every single thing is from the Dollar Tree. The flowers, everything. Yeah, when I look at this, I feel like just running through a beautiful meadow with all the wildflowers. So I just love it. That's what I was going for. I was going for like a meadow, wildflowers, because I really, really love wildflowers. So, okay, and I made this video into two-part video, so you're gonna see me with like this, and then another. So yeah, one day you're gonna see me dressed another way, and then another way, because this actually took me, it wasn't long, but I filmed in 2 days. Okay, so let me get into the video and let me show you guys how I made this. Okay, so the supplies that you're gonna need for this project is, I'm gonna show you right now, everything that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. So, okay, you're gonna need a foam board. This is how we create the box. So you need a foam board, you're gonna need a ruler, and I have a box cutter, and you're gonna need a pencil. All right, so let me show you first. Let me show you the flowers I picked up, because these flowers are so gorgeous. Just look at the flowers. I love the flowers in the Dollar Tree, and they just make me so happy. So I picked like a bunch of, to me, they're like wildflowers. That's how I wanted my centerpiece to be. That's what I envisioned. So I picked up these. These are bouquets. They're very pretty. I picked up the lilacs. I picked up cattails. These are really pretty. I like them. These are cattails too. These are I can't pronounce these, but here they are. Then I got wild daisies, pink ones and yellow ones. Here's another bouquet. I got a few of them. Then I got these larkspur. I don't know. Then these are other cattails. I guess there's 3 variety of cattails, which I just loved. And then I got the onion grass. So, and then I had some lilacs. So I might just put those in there. I don't know. But those are from the Dollar Tree too. So these are the flowers I got. I think I got 4 of each. No, I think I got some 2 of each and some 3 of each. And I actually cut them so they could be all individually. That's how I did it. They're right down here. I cut all of them, so they're right down here ready to make the beautiful centerpiece. All right. So you need the flowers that you like. I went with the wild ones. And then I picked 3 of these. They're the shakers. You could put cheese or spices or whatever. So I got 3 of them. These are really pretty, guys, for vases. Just look. I just love, because they didn't have mason jars. I really wanted the mason jars. So then I saw these. I was like, these would be pretty too. I think this vase is really, really pretty too. So if you can't find the mason jar, just pick these up, guys. All right, so we got the flowers, we got the foam board, we got the 2 of these foam. I think they're dry foam. And then I had the moss. I don't know if I'm going to use it. When you start, you're going to take your foam board, and I cut my foam board. If you can see, you're going to hold the foam board this way, long ways. And right here, you see how I cut one? All you do is just cut right across. So I cut this at 5 inches tall. You see over here 5 inches, but yours can be shorter. Doesn't have to be 5 inches. I just didn't want these jars to show too much. So I cut 2 of these 5 inches, and then I cut another one because that's going to be in the bottom. And then I cut this one at, let's see, at 3.5. So you're going to need 2 of these that are 5 and 1 that's 3.5. So you're gonna cut them, you're gonna put them aside. And I almost forgot, you need 2 little ones for the side. And these measure 5, the height, and the width is going to be 3.5. So don't forget the little side. I almost forgot the little side ones. So right now we're gonna cover these all with contact paper. Before I forget, you're going to, I opened it, it's a little wrinkled, but I got contact paper from the Dollar Tree. I picked this one because I wanted it to look a little like a wood. That's the closest, but they have so many beautiful contact papers that you can make the flower base out of. So I went with this one, as you guys can see, and it's very simple. You cut those, and then you just put the contact paper on these boards. And you see right here how I put the contact paper, but then I left a little, maybe like an inch. So you put it down on the side so the white doesn't show. And I'm going to show you how I did this. It's very simple, guys. All you do is put the contact, and then you make sure it's 2 inches on the side when you cut it so you can fold it over. Mine's not staying, so I'm going to put hot glue right now so it can stay. All right, so once you put all the sides down, it's going to look like this. Perfect, the lines are straight. If you don't want to use hot glue, because the hot glue is a little bit melting the paper, but not really, you can use another glue. But I'm going to use the hot glue because it's really quick. And all you have to put the contact paper is on these 2. You don't need to put in the bottom because this is going to go on the bottom and you won't be able to see it. Okay, you see, you cut your contact paper. So you cut the contact paper. You really can't see because of the glare. And then you see you're going to have, when you cut it, you leave like an inch around so you can be able to fold it. So it's really simple. Just take the contact paper off, just peel the back off. It's really simple. Okay, so peel the back off, and then all you do is just put the foam on top. Make sure it's about an inch around. So put the foam, and you can lift it. It won't stick, so you can smoothen it out. So that's what's good about it. It doesn't really stick on. You can play around with it and just smoothen it. So make it as smooth as possible. And that's it really. Then flip it over. So we stuck it onto the board onto the contact paper, and I told you you can lift it and move it around because it doesn't stick onto the board for some reason. You're able to lift it and play with it and smoothen it out, so that is awesome. So you make the slits and you leave space around, and all you do is just fold it over, and that's it, guys. All right, so you have all your boards all nice and dressed up. You can even paint this too if you don't want to put contact paper, but the contact paper was really easy, and you were able to peel it off and peel it, you know, and fix it. So it was very easy. All right, so, and this is how the back's gonna look. That's how you're gonna fold it, like a present. And I think when you put more than an inch, it folds over nicely and it sticks better. I still put hot glue, but it stuck much nicer. I think the more that you leave, you know, and you tuck it over, it sticks better. All right. So you have your 4 pieces right here, and all you're gonna do right now is just glue them together. This is the one that we didn't have to wrap. This is the one that I said is for the bottom. You're going to, I don't have room. Okay, so all you're gonna do is just, I want you guys to see. So all you're gonna do is put that one on the bottom, and you're going to hot glue. You're going to just hot glue it like this. I'm gonna try to do it on screen, and then these little ones are going to go here. You can hot glue that. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, this is how I did it. I just put glue on the bottom one. So. Here, I put hot glue, so you gotta move quick, and then just hot glue it like this. Hold it there for a little while so it can glue, stay in place, and once you get this up, then it's easy. See, look, it's like sturdy, and now you're gonna do the other side. Just put the glue on the bottom one the way I did. I think that's the easiest. There, and just stick this one. Okay, so it's nice and sturdy. I go in and I put hot glue inside here so it can be a little stronger. You're gonna put the foam in, so it doesn't really matter, but. Okay. So I put glue in. I put the hot glue inside. Mine's nice and strong, steady. And now you're going to just put. And now you're going to just put the sides. You're going to put it right here. You're going to just hot glue it right here. Okay, so the box is all done. It's perfect. It's really sturdy. These boxes are awesome to do any floral centerpiece or any kind of centerpiece you want to do for a party. So I always keep that foam in hand because you can do a lot of things. Yeah, and it's good quality foam. And you know, for birthday parties, you can wrap it with birthday paper or any kind of like wrapping paper or contact paper. You know, the theme of what you're doing for any birthday, any baby shower. So I love this, and it's sturdy. And it's pretty strong, and I think it's great. So I wanted to make it kind of look like wood. Does it or it doesn't, guys? I don't know. So you're gonna take the foam and put the foam in. You can hot glue the foam in here if you want, or if you don't want to, you really don't have to. So right here, you see the foam? You can make the foam go all the way over, or I don't. I think this is enough for me. So the foam's in here, nice and neat. And now you're ready to assemble the flowers or whatever you're gonna do with this box. So now I'm gonna start assembling the flower arrangement. I didn't get to film everything in one shot. As you can see, I look different, so it's the next day. Because I usually film when my kids are in school, so once my kids come home, I can't film. So yeah, so that's what happens. So it doesn't matter, it's the next day. So anyway, I got to finish this up to show you guys how it looked, and now I'm gonna show you how I made it. Let me get it out of here so I can show you. Okay, so as you can see over here, I kind of completed this. This is how it's going to be the finished look. So I put grass all around, and then I put the wildflowers in the middle. I didn't use these, whatever you want to call them, jars. So I just stuck all the flowers in them. I sorted them so it could be easy for me to see and stick them in. So they came to use, but I'll find many uses for this. All right, so right here, I'm gonna show you how to put the grass in. I was first doing it with the hot glue, which took so long, and then you see over here, I just stuck it in the foam. So I'm gonna show you the easiest way to do that way, because with the hot glue, it just takes too long. And then when I was, well, thank God I didn't go too far along. It was just the beginning. I was like, let me see if I could just stick them all the way in, and if, they will stay. And if they'll be able to go in, because I felt that they weren't too strong enough to poke. So, yeah. So that after that, it was like really easy. So I put the flowers. I might put a little more, but this is what I did, and I think it looks very pretty. All right, right now I'm gonna show you how I did it and the easiest way that I did it. So you just take your foam out, unless you hot glued it or whatever you did. But I think it's better you just, don't hot glue it or glue it, because you could pull it out and maybe you want to put it somewhere else, another container, or, do something else with it. So I didn't glue it because maybe I'm going to move it around. I don't know how I feel. I'm like that. I always like to change things around. All right. So you got your foam, and this is how the onion grass looks. I left this one assembled so I can show you guys. So this is the onion grass, and so I didn't use none of the butterflies. I don't think I'm going to use them, but you could just cut them off. You can use them, or I just cut them off and I put them in here. I cut them off and put them in here. These are all extra flowers that I'm keeping in here when I'm working, so I can see, what I have. So that's the best thing to do, guys, is cut all the flowers in individual and just put them in here, because it's visually, you can see what you have, and then you can play around and see how pretty you want your floral centerpiece to look. All right, so this is what I did. If you can look really close, there's like individual little, I don't know, what do you want to call it, stems. So just cut them. Here, just cut them, and you see right here, and then I pulled this thing in the middle, and then there's another one. So, and then I pull this, so you see right here, these are the grass, and this was in the middle, so you pull this, and then you have these, and they look like this in the bottom. I thought they weren't gonna go in, because I took this wire out, but they were able to go in, so that's good. So you're gonna keep this on the side. If you want to use it because it looks pretty in the flowers, you can. So right here, you're going to take all your little grass out like this. Let me show you all mine that I did. So these are all my grass that I took out of the wire stem. So they're all ready to be poked into here. So all right, so you cut all your grass, and now you're going to stick the grass. This is what I did. Right around the rectangle, I stuck all the grass. And then you see if you want more, and then you add more. So it's very simple, guys. You're going to take it and stick it all the way in, because you don't want it too long. So I'm sticking it like the farthest it can go. Okay, so here you have it. I stuck it in, and then just go all around now, and right after you put all the grass around, then you're going to work on how you like the flowers. So okay, so here it is, the grass. You put it all around, and you don't have to go all the way in the middle. So, and the flowers are going to go in the middle. So you got all your wild flowers. You cut them all apart. I put them in here so it could be easy. And then you got these are the cattails. I put them all in here. So it's easier to work like this when you're working with a floral arrangement. You know, have your florals all cut already, so then you can be ready to start, you know, seeing where you want the flowers, how you like it visually. So yeah, so that's what I do. And then you just start putting the flowers in. It is so simple. So I pick these pink ones, I put them right in here. The purple, just stick them right in the foam. Don't stick them all the way in because you kind of want them to be a little high too. So if you want, you can put the grass, you know, you can stick the grass a little more in, but I like it this way because I feel like you're in a meadow and the grass is all green, the grass is all wild, and the flowers are all wild, and yeah, because you don't want the grass to look like it's been cut and it's nice and neat because it's a wild meadow. So I think this looks good like this. So, okay. And then just start putting whatever flowers you want. Okay, so here it is. So pretty. It looks like a meadow. That's how I see it. It makes me feel so happy, like I'm in a beautiful wildflower meadow. So this is how it came out, and how I did this, like visually. So I try to keep the flowers even, as you can see. Not too, like, you don't have to go too crazy, but like this flower and that flower is the same. So I left it kind of like exposed, you know, your eye sees it. And then again back here too, those two, what are they called? The two yellow flowers. And then, you know, that's how I do it. And then the two pink ones, I try to make them the same at the corner. And then the purple, I put one here and one there. So I had kind of an idea what I was doing. I wasn't just putting everything in, but it doesn't have to be so perfect. And then the cat tails I put over here, and then another one over here. So kind of like even it out. Put one cat tail there, and then put the other one here. That's fine. So try to like keep it a little even for visually, because you want to have enough so your eye can see on this side and that side, you know, like the same kind of like flower. You don't want to keep everything on this side and then, you know, not on this side. So you want to keep all the colors even and kind of the same. So that's what I did, and that's how it worked. I want to explain to you how I made the arrangement, you know, so it can look visually pleasing and pretty. Right here you can see I put the cattail right here and the pink one, and then I put one at the end too, so it could be visually pleasing. And then I put these two little yellow and white flowers. I forgot what they're called right now. So I put one here and I put one there. So I kind of made it, you know, pleasing to the eye, that you can see what's going on this side, similar, and on this side. And then what I did, I had the cattail stuck all the way in, but I put these three, as you can see, a little higher. I think that looked prettier. You know, when I looked at it, I liked it much better that way, because it's kind of like more to look at instead of everything just being down that way. You can do that, but I thought for my centerpiece, I was going to, just to put in the middle of my table for spring, I just wanted a little more, I guess, a little height with the flowers. So this is what you're going to basically do. So if you put purple on this side, you're going to put purple on that side. You can add a little flowers here and there, but try to keep it symmetrical. Like, look, this is like a little random flower right there. That's okay. So the lilac right here, and I put the other lilac here. So I put the pink flowers, and then I put the pink flowers over here. So I made it kind of like symmetrical so it can look pretty. Not that you just threw the flowers in there, and yeah. So that's what I did with the cattails. Like I put a little round cattail there. I put one over here. And then when you turn it around, you want it to look pretty just as the same. So I did the same concept over here. And look, a little random flower again. That's okay, guys. And just make sure, like, I put the pink over here, and then I put the pink over there. And then I added this big pink one in the middle. That was like, okay, that looked, that's pleasing to the eye. So yeah, if you put something in the middle, I think it's okay, because it kind of like evens it out. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, and how to keep the flower arrangement looking like professional as you can, because you want it to look pretty and you want it to look pleasing in the eye. And yeah, so right here you see the pink cattail, and then you see the pink cattails. I put one at the end over here, and then I put another one, and then I did the same here too. I put the cattail, the pink one, and then another one. So yeah, I wanted to explain how to do the floral arrangement a little to you guys. So when you do a floral arrangement, and if you're going to make this, like, you kind of know what to do and where to go with the flowers. So yeah, doesn't have to be perfect, but you need those flowers that I'm showing you to be pleasing to the eye, like the ones in the ends, these up here, like these two flowers right here. So yeah, just keep it even when you're doing it, guys. So I hope this helped. I hope you understood me. And if you have any questions, and yeah, you can always reach out to me, ask me questions. You could even show me what you did if you would like that too. I would love that. So yeah, you can email it to me or whatever you'd like. Yeah. And I think it looks so pretty. It is so beautiful for the spring to put in the middle of your table. You can put this by your window. I say that because whenever I do a project, I always ask my children, my daughter, I actually asked, because she's older. I was like, Natty, when you see this, what do you think of? She's like, because I think of a meadow, so I want to know what she thinks. And she's like, Ma, that looks like a window box. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, those that you put on the box out the window. I was like, that's a good idea. I go, maybe I'll put this by my window, not outside, in. So you can put this, guys, anywhere as long as it's not outside. Maybe a covered porch. So I think this is really pretty. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. So I had really a lot of fun doing this. I love creating things. I love to share my ideas with you guys. And I love for you guys to do the things that, I show you, what comes to my mind. And I love when people, recreate like the idea I gave them. I just love that. It is so fun for me. That's why this is fun for me. And I love to be creative. So I really enjoyed this. And if you enjoyed this video and you love what I made, give this video a thumbs up, share my video, tell a friend. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can see all of my great DIYs coming up for every season, or whatever I think of that comes to me, I'm going to share with you guys. Yeah, so hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel so we can be friends and you can see everything I create, because that's what I love to do. And I will see you in my next video, and I hope you always remember to keep designing life. Bye!